Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas and I have the pleasure of welcoming Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parikh for this special interaction which happens every week. Dr. Sahib, namaste, welcome.
Namaskar everyone.
So one, I want to begin by sharing a certain compliment that I received in person from some of our viewers, and many people are appreciating your analytical way of addressing some hot topics. So thanking on your behalf to them. Moving towards the main two hats that you have, one as a physician, of course, and chairman of ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media. Let us look from your eyes the latest convention of API. How was it, and how satisfied it was? How satisfying it was?
Well, I think it was a great convention, 41st annual convention of the American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. I'm being a senior advisor to API. I am very proud and very pleased to see how good the convention was. And convention almost had about 1,000 delegates, physicians and their spouses, or spouse and physician and spouses. Spouses are non-physician and physicians. So, and we had such a great turnout, a great continuum medical education of the on the different subject and current state of the art information about the different diseases, and all the experts from the all over the country came to give us the update on the different diseases in the medicine. Other than that, Sri Ravi Shankar was there. He taught us, he had a very nice session on the yoga, as well as he also gave us the guidance and wisdom that how we should take care of our health, as well as how we can be peaceful in our day-to-day life by following the yoga and vegetarian food and so forth. And we had also a great entertainment, particularly Mika Singh, which is very popular rock star of India. Also, we had a Bollywood dancers, as well as Bollywood shows and fashion shows. So all in all, we have a great and great exhibitions and a lot of vendors who came to showcase their jewelry, designer clothes, even some books, some book vendors, as well as the media vendors like ourselves, Parikh Worldwide Media, and other media. So I think everyone enjoyed the whole convention for 4 days, and people have really a great time, and everybody, and it's a great platform to get together every year, once a year, meet your own colleague, and do the social kind of networking, as well as medical networking. So that's all about our convention, and we are looking forward to next year's convention.
Wonderful. And Dr. if I may request you to share your thoughts on the presence of Sri Ravi Shankar and some other yoga gurus and different conventions tells us that medical fraternity is more open to appreciate the presence of alternative medicine as a supportive branch for healing, and the importance that is being given to meditation by all accomplished physicians tells me that there is a synergy in the two branches, which earlier were seen as quite separate.
Yes, you are right that we are now understanding more and more role of the yoga, role of the meditations, role of certain healthy, good food in the treatment of the medical diseases. But obviously, I would like to kind of caution that none of these things can cure any disease. This is just a supplementary thing and a synergetic thing. So please do not get a wrong impression or wrong message out of meditations or yoga or alternative medicine, that they can cure something or they can help some diseases itself. As long as you are under care of qualified physician, but this yoga meditation always helps, particularly in the chronic disease, to lessens the stress, increases the body's ability to fight the disease like cancer or other chronic diseases, and therefore it has a lot of value as a complement, I mean as a additive value to the current allopathic medication, allopathic medicine.
Absolutely. And so I'm also reminded of another term which is very frequently used nowadays, that is placebo effect. So the way you think, your body also responds to that. But again, more research probably required on that front. But I also seek your views on the President-elect Dr. Anjana Samadar, who is wife of your good friend, who also led API as a president. And she has her own story in terms of COVID surviving with her spirit. So talk to me about the role of leadership which she has taken now for this important organization.
I think she proven herself that she is a great leader, and as you know, personal tragedy during the COVID pandemic, she got very severe COVID. She was on ventilator for quite a few weeks, a few months. She was also on ECMO and all sorts of medical treatment, and we kind of lost hope for her in between during her treatment. But she, against all odds, she survived. That shows that her willpower, her firmness, and her believes in God. And she recovered completely. And not only she recovered completely, but after that recovery, she fought for vice president's election and won the election. That shows that she is a kind of fighter, go-getter, and I think API needs that kind of leadership to take the API to the next level.
That is definitely inspiring. I think she's a role model for many physicians, especially those lady physicians in Indian American community, but for everyone. Talking about leadership and moving towards international platform with Ukraine getting more and more support as far as needs to defend itself, and then NATO nations offering more security equipments, America also standing by. How do you see this additional support which is coming towards Ukraine? Will it help in sort of moving towards peace, or will it destabilize that region a bit more?
I think I'm being optimistic, so I would always think positive way. So probably this extra help, military help to Ukraine, will bring the peace sooner than later, because then both the party will realize that it's a stalemate, and so none of them can afford to continue this forever. So I think this kind of help makes Ukraine side a little stronger, and that brings the kind of Russian side back to the table.
Wonderful. Let us hope peace prevails. And in this context, the upcoming visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to France, which is also engulfed in fire and still protests are going on. How do you see this forthcoming visit? Some analysts were apprehensive considering the state of turmoil in France, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi may postpone his visit, but that, as far as reports are concerned, so far is not happening. He's going ahead with his plan. How do you see this visit?
Well, I think I'm sure that French government will take care of Prime Minister Modi's security and safety. And I think real leader is the one who should not worry or should not get kind of shaken up by this kind of protest, because in democracy always there is a protest, always there is this expression of the freedom of the speech, and I mean, and there are always people, even though you are doing everything in the good faith, there is always someone will criticize you, someone will have different opinion. So I think Prime Minister should go ahead and do whatever his agenda is, and go and see the President of the France.
So many times this question is not restricted to any particular nation. What we term as freedom of expression, when it turns violent and it continues unabated, then you need to consider whether it is freedom of expression or something else. I think that question is relevant in the context of France at the moment.
Well, you are right that violence has no role in any place. And so freedom of expression does not have a place for violence. And if there is a violence, then of course that's not really freedom of the speech or expression. That's kind of twisted argument about freedom of expression. So, but what I would say that a good leader, a great leader, never will shaken up or decide or let anybody dictate their agenda or their timetable.
Wonderful. So now looking at your timetable, Dr. Saab, you are going ahead. You'll be traveling to UK, and there is an organization called GAPIO. So this is related to global physicians, and talk to me about how excited you are in terms of the role that GAPIO has played or is likely to play.
Well, I mean, as you know, that I'm really fortunate, privileged, and humble that currently I'm a vice president of the Global Physician of Indian Origin, which is a national platform for all the physicians of Indian origin outside India. We are representing almost 1.6 million physicians of Indian origin, not counting our children, those who are American born or those who are British born, but or those who are Australian born. And we have 56 different physician association. For example, like API, American Association of the Physician, or BAPIO, British Physician Association, or Australian Physician Association. They all are under the umbrella of Global Physician of Indian Origin. It's a great global platform for all the physicians to connect with each other, to exchange the ideas and the medical knowledge with each other, and also a great platform for philanthropic work together. And we have proven in last 10 years that we have done so much philanthropic work, lot of free medical services back home to our mother India. And in the future also we're going to continue this thing. And so a Global Physician of Indian Origin is an excellent platform, and I'm very proud that I'm a vice president, and I'm hoping to take this whole Global Physician of Indian Origin to next level during my presidency in near future.
Wonderful. So this was a news for me and for many of our viewers that you are leading this organization as vice president, and that tells us about how humble you are in terms of a lot of accomplishments that are part of who you are. And as we move towards the concluding part of our conversation, your parting message for our viewers today.
Well, I mean, dear friends, this is a summertime, a time for the holidays, celebration, and traveling and vacationing. Also, this is a time when most of the annual convention happens, whether it's a physician convention or it's a trade convention or convention of the commerce and trade, or convention of the social convention like Telugu Association. Last week there was a Telugu Association from the North America. They had 20,000 people attended that convention in Philadelphia, where I was there with the API convention. That shows that we are very vibrant here. Our community is very vibrant and very forward-looking, and they are really taking advantage of gathering and doing social networking as well as professional networking. Keep it up, and that's good for everyone. So after saying that, I would like to say God bless America, God bless India, God bless Indian American, and I love you all. So I would like to say goodbye till next week. We'll see you again. Thank you.